Hi, it's Neil, and in the middle or in the very beginning stages, I guess, of the 30-day raw food challenge. And what I thought was important, and I think individuals like yourself may want to see, is a little bit more specifically what we're eating during this. So I'm going to do a couple of segments over the next few days to kind of show you more specifically what we're eating. And I'm just going to start today with a typical breakfast. Typically for breakfast, it's not unusual for me to eat. Well, first of all, what I do when I start my day, let me grab this. When I first start, is always in the very beginning is I have lemon water. Okay, lemon water. What we've got here is some organic, pure lemon juice. You can find pure lemon juice at places like Whole Foods and natural food stores, or you can buy the actual individual lemons themselves. I used to buy the individual lemons themselves, but I find that some of them would rot and things like that. It's just more convenient for me to just pour some juice into some water. But I always start the day, first thing when I wake up, big 12-ounce glass of water with probably 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, because that has, the lemon juice has a detoxifying effect. It has a cleansing effect for your cells. It has an alkalizing effect inside the body. So I always start with that. And then within 15 minutes or so, I usually move over to some fruit. It's very common for me to have a mango of about this size and a grapefruit. Now, I might share some of this with my wife, but it wouldn't be unusual for me to eat all of this as well. So start off with the lemon water and then move to some fruit. And then finally, it's very common for my wife to blend us up some green drinks, okay? Now, green drinks can really contain anything, but they usually have a base of like spinach and kale, things of that nature, maybe some celery. So that all just gets blended in the Vitamix with things like typically like a banana and some stevia for sweetener. So that would be a typical breakfast for me. Lemon water followed by some fruit and a green drink. And that's usually at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I wouldn't eat again until 9 or 10. So that's a typical breakfast, but today's Father's Day, okay? So with today being Father's Day, my wife has got a special breakfast plan for me where she's going to be making donut holes, which she's kind of making up, but she also is pulling from some ideas. So if you look down here, here's what the ingredients are, the donut holes. The donuts themselves are going to consist of some almonds. Everything's going to get really mashed up in the food processors. But some almonds, some soaked walnuts. It's always better to soak your nuts because it starts the sprouting process. It releases nutrition. It makes them easier to digest, and it makes them a lot softer to chew on.
And these have already been soaked, sprouted, and dehydrated.
These have been soaked, sprouted, and dehydrated, which you could always do in advance. We've got some buckwheat groats, which are basically seeds that have been soaked. And we have some dates. That'll make up the consistency of the dough, so to speak, of the donut. And these will be raw, of course. And then for the icing, I guess, the icing that you would put on the donuts, we have some sweeter ingredients. Now we have some cashews. That'll give it some nice consistency, but also a creamy kind of sweetness.
And macadamias.
Macadamia nuts are going to go in here as well. And we've got some banana, some agave nectar, and again, we're going to use some of the date and the date juice. When you soak the dates, this juice becomes very useful. So looking forward to the donut holes. I'll let you know how they turn out. I hope everybody has a wonderful Father's Day, and I hope this gives you a sense of what a typical breakfast looks like.